The WNBA is ready to temporarily stop beating down Caitlin Clark and instead ask the question every red-blooded male already instinctively knows. What is a woman? It's the dumpster fire of all dumpster fires in American media today. Gather round as we roundly ridicule the WNBA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pro Channel, and happy Monday morning. Michelle is with us. Michelle, welcome back.
Good to be here. It's been a while since I've just done a standalone video.
We're a duo, a duo. Folks, this is the way you start a Monday, and we're happy to go, and we're going to the WNBA. Let's go there right now, because a dumpster fire does not even begin to describe what is happening here. Enes Kanter, former NBA player, says, after careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are not a sports channel here. We're not going to try to be a sports channel here, but we are a media channel. And I have never seen such a disaster in all my time covering the media. We're going to play this in just a second. Michelle, before we do, I want to give your credentialities, if that's okay.
Go.
Michelle, you not only have the intellect that is warranted for somebody who has a PhD, as you do, but you also played in women's collegiate basketball. Is that correct?
I did. In fact, I played in a kind of higher up summer ball league. I played against a lot of women that were in the WNBA and some that are still there.
Well, get ready, folks, because Michelle and I both know what a woman is, and we're going to help the WNBA. But all right, let's do the South Park thing. It's a lot of fun. It's like an episode. Here we go.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
All right. It keeps going, Michelle. We've got from Fox News, let's see, former Houston Rockets draft pick. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Enes Kanter. This is Royce White, who now, for the purposes of basketball, identifies, well, as a woman. Here we go. Here's look at this stunning and brave woman with the Keep It Salty hat. Here we go.
Oh, earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. Wow.
All right, that's another. Michelle, I'm ready for Shaq to come out and say, Shaq ready to play some WNBA women basketball. Shaq identify as a woman. Shaq always feel good around ladies, so Shaq gonna play with ladies now. Michelle, this is the dumpster fire of all dumpster fires. Take it away. Your thoughts on what's happening here. The comeuppance is real.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the expression, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. The WNBA could shut all this down overnight by simply defining what it is to be a woman and only exclusively allowing biological women, otherwise known as women, to play in the women's.
I don't know what that is.
Basketball league.
You bigot. You bigot, Michelle. Get out of here. Michelle, there's currently a 6% chance, according to Polymark, that Enes Kanter will, in fact, be drafted into the WNBA. And I love the 6%. I mean, I feel like Lloyd Christmas. So you're saying there's a chance. Polymarket says just in, WNBA commissioner announces the league is meeting to review what a woman is after multiple former NBA stars announced plans to join the league. And so they got to do this because this is the most woke thing on the planet, the WNBA. They were gifted Caitlin Clark, could have been their Michael Jordan. And instead, they have worked in every possible way to destroy, to divide, to bring back the ugly old form of Rossism that we hoped that we had defeated. And here we go again, right? This coming out just a few days ago from Grant Young, Caitlin Clark. Fever delivered another massive WNBA rating statement. She is driving the ratings, and it drives the WNBA and their players crazy. How crazy does it drive them? Well, folks, I'm not going to give them my email to keep reading for free, okay? But The Intercept, which wants my email and will not get it, their title here is amazing. Sophie Cunningham, who is a teammate of Caitlin Clark, is the anti-trans rights new white woman mascot. I mean, you can't make this up. The level of hatred they have for Caitlin Clark, for her team, for the fact that she lifted the ratings. This is a bona fide crazy league that is out there to virtue signal. It's not about merit. It's not about winning. It's not about scoring. And Michelle, frankly, I think it's an embarrassment for women, who ever aspired to have a league such as this. I mean, when this thing was started, the idea was to have it be like in college basketball, where women's college basketball is not something, that is in the dumpster in terms of ratings. People watch it. They love it. It gets teased a little bit about the fundamentals, but still, it's a phenom on TV. And the WNBA is squandering that with vigor. Why is that, Michelle? Why is the WNBA, why are the players reacting the way they are towards Caitlin Clark, towards her teammate? Walk us through this.
I hate to boil it down to something so simple, but it really, with Caitlin Clark, it really seems to come to petty jealousy. Petty jealousy that she was and is a phenom, and she is. The Caitlin Clark effect is very real. I've even attended a Indianapolis Fever game in person and was there the fourth game last season. It was the fourth game of the year, and the Pacers arena, the WNBA, for people who don't know, they never used to be able to play in the men's arenas because it would be an embarrassment for how many people came.
Right. The cameras for the TV would have to be lowered down to only show the first two rows.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that last year, it's the same this year. Last year when I went, it wasn't a special game. It was the fourth game of the year. Totally packed house. I mean, it is truly undeniable what Caitlin Clark brings to the league. And basically it boils down to even more so than white, a straight white female, straight white and very good. And they really just cannot stand her. And even when I was there that day, there was a time they fouled her so hard, knocked her to the ground in basketball, that my reaction, I physically got out of my seat, because you just kind of react to watching something you're not supposed to see in basketball. This isn't football. And it really is. I think there will be PR programs, public relation programs in colleges that study the absolute botching that the WNBA has done with, as you said, the gift that was given to them. This is a league that has only made it because the NBA gives money for this league to make it to be in existence. And Caitlin Clark finally has them profitable. And how do they repay her? The WNBA women were flying in coach, basically, and just general airplanes. Now they're getting private airplanes because of Caitlin Clark. And they hate her so bad that they intentionally try to go for her eyes, go for her legs, knock her in the head.
But Michelle, do they want to injure her so they can go back to coach? But yes. At least if they go back to coach, they'll all be of the same,
They definitely want to injure her. And that's another thing that I will say, that I feel he's not going to do it because he's kind of a spineless coward, in my opinion. But the NBA commissioner could end this with one phone call. He won't do it.
So what are your thoughts on the guys getting in? Oh, I'm sorry. They don't identify that way.
They're not identifying as men.
So how does the WNBA get out of this? Because if they declare anything other than these guys get in, then, they are going to have to set up a rule that would block biological males from the league in order to block these guys. And then that gets them in trouble. But listen, you get Cantor in there. You know, maybe he can defend Caitlin Clark. I mean, Angel Reese wants to destroy Caitlin Clark. I bet Cantor can put a hip check on her like she can't believe.
The Fever need to get him immediately.
Yeah, enforce her.
Yeah, exactly. He can help her and Sophie. I actually kind of think it's genius because they're basically actually being defensive of Caitlin Clark, I think, and them and Sophie and everything going on because they're calling the WNBA's bluff. This is what they're doing. That's why I think Polly Market gives us 6% chance. The WNBA will have to respond, and they're going to have to respond in a way that does not open the door for men to play in the WNBA.
Which is to say, they're going to have to Matt Walsh this thing. They have to declare what is a woman.
They are.
Which 5 minutes ago, everybody understood, but the last 5 minutes of our society, we've all lost our minds, and this has turned into a South Park episode. In fact, South Park mocked this, Michelle, with the, did you ever see the episode where basically the Macho Man Randy Savage shows up for a women's bodybuilding competition? Did you ever see that episode? Oh, it's wonderful. I'm the strongest, bravest woman in the world. That's basically how it goes. So, parody has become real life. Parody has become real life. Michelle, in terms of, there are going to be people who say, well, let anybody who wants to play, let them play. And that's always crazy to me. Can you describe how you think it'll, like if they were to let these guys in the WNBA, how quickly would it be before the WNBA is completely taken over by such guys, which would then destroy the league and nobody would watch it anyway?
Well, I mean, very quickly. It would be very fast. I mean, the bottom line is there are two leagues. If you are good enough as a male to make it in the NBA, there's the NBA. And if you don't make it there's leagues for men and women to go play in Europe. All over overseas, you can go play. But if you are a female, then there's the WNBA. And they're just going to have to outline it because, yes, it would destroy the league as soon as it happened.
And we've seen this before in other sports, by the way. I mean, swimming, for example. We saw what happened in college swimming. And we've seen what's happened in when boxing or wrestling has been allowed. We've seen what goes on there. And it actually gets worse because there's all kinds of, touching and stuff that happens. And especially in the lower levels like high school and college, that can turn into a nightmare and actually be traumatic for the women involved. So I'm up for this. I think we've reached the final stage. I think this is the final battle. I think once the WNBA is forced to declare what they believe to be a woman, I think we're going to have crossed this line, and everybody's going to realize what a farce this has been that we've been living in.
Yes, I actually really like Enes Kanter, but I think it was kind of a bold move, but really actually trying. I don't even think he's really trying to mock them as much as he's trying to help them in a way.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile, Michelle. He's having a good time with this.
He is, but he's calling their bluff really for the sake of sanity here.
Yep.
Like, this has got to stop. Like, we got to start living in the real world again. And so I think it's genius.
Yeah. And last question to Michelle. So the ratings are up for the WNBA. They're up when Caitlin Clark plays. And it's turned into like wrestling. People are now watching to see like how badly is she going to get beaten. And it's like, can they turn this around at any point? Can the WNBA be respected in the next couple of seasons? And how would they do that if they want to do that? If they want to actually get back to, we're a serious sport.
They need to, again, I think it begins with a phone call from the commissioner of the NBA, who has every right to call them, considering, again, they subsidize the WNBA. And he needs to say, like, look, either you're going to get refs that call, she gets the Michael Jordan rules moving forward. She is the asset of the WNBA. She is making you all profitable. There's no more of her getting these hard fouls. We're not doing that anymore.
Put your brass knuckles away. We're not doing that.
Yes, we're not doing that. And if these refs can't figure it out, then I'm going to get refs from the NBA that will be doing all the Fever games.
Should she threaten to quit?
What did you say?
Should she threaten to quit?
If I was supporting Caitlin, yes, Caitlin should walk in and just say, look, I'm not doing this anymore. You guys are going to give me the Michael Jordan rules, which all the good NBA players have. Why? Why is no one allowed to touch James Harden or Steph Curry?
You can't breathe on Bron.
Playing.
You can't breathe on Bron Bron.
No, because they're too valuable on the court. They don't want them getting injured. And yes, this is one phone call from the NBA commissioner that could stop the madness, and they could begin to get people really interested again, because people are interested in Caitlin. She's like the Caitlin Clark effect with the WNBA is like when Tiger Woods came on the scene for golf. Like it is an equivalent. And imagine
if Tiger Woods had been treated the way Caitlin Clark is, and how society would look at that.
Oh my gosh, I know. Yes.
Yeah. All right, folks, what we're basically saying to the WNBA is stop being scumbags. I mean, just honestly, stop being scumbags. And Michelle, Caitlin Clark is a woman. That's right.
She is a woman.
All right, we are on, folks, I don't know if the WNBA needs help, but we are on the path to figuring this out for you. All right, we are on the path to helping you find great YouTube channels, and one of those is Force of Light Entertainment. Michelle and her sister Natalie are there doing all kinds of great things all the time. And Michelle, this evening, this Monday, are we doing a stream? Are we doing anything over on Force of Light?
We are. We'll be talking movies, entertainment this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you guys there.
Phenomenal stuff. Hey, folks, it's your turn. Go from being a passive viewer to an active participant. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And yes, you can click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Until the next time, which will not be long from now, folks. We got, 4 or 5 hours until the next video? 4 every day. Can you believe it? Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.